I was born in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. I grew up, I was an only child. My mother, when I was born, decided she wanted to give me a Christian upbringing, so we went to a Presbyterian church at first. And she left that church very quickly because she wanted to be baptized and she was not baptized. And they told her we wouldn't do that. So we went to a Baptist church. I was there for maybe 4 or 5 years. And then we moved to Owasso, Michigan, and I was again in a Baptist church. In high school, I began to not go to church. I didn't feel it was necessary and it wasn't doing anything for me. And then in college, I started to explore religion. In other words, I was attracted to the Catholic Church primarily through art, and art is my real way to God, especially music. And so I listened to Verdi's Requiem and Berlioz's Requiem and Wagner's Parsifal, and all of those works are very religious works, and that led me to look at the Catholic Church and to become a Catholic. So I entered the Paulists in 1965, I believe. And we had a 1-year novitiate, which was very difficult because we were cut off from the world, basically. And then for theology, I went to St. Paul's College in Washington, D.C. I also spent a year with Father DiCiano in Boston, going to the Boston Theological College. And then I was ordained in 1972. And I was assigned to Storrs, Connecticut, where we had the chaplaincy at the University of Connecticut and a parish there as well, St. Thomas Aquinas Parish. From there, I went to California, to the University of California at Berkeley, which was another student center and a parish. My central mission through the whole time I was there for 19 years. But one of the central things I was involved in was the catechumenate, which is the process by which people become Catholic Christians. We were not going to give these people the Christian faith. We believed that they had the gospel inside of themselves all along. And what we were going to do as a community was allow them to explore that gospel, to begin to put it into words, to connect it to the various scriptures that we were doing and to the community that we were in. One woman one time who talked about the Eucharist, she says, I don't understand the Eucharist yet, but every time I go to Mass, I end up crying at some point during the Mass. And that's what's really drawing me in and telling me that there's something there that I need. After Berkeley, I went to Rome for a year for a sabbatical to study Italian and to reconnect with my original love of Greek and Latin in the ruins of Rome. I came back and became a missionary for 4 years out of Portland, Oregon. And from there, I went to Minneapolis, where I became a hospital chaplain for 5 years, working at Fairview Hospital, along with 20 other chaplains. That was a very wonderful time for me because you're with people at the most sacred moments of their life, at their birth, at their sickness, and in their death. It was a very powerful experience for me. Along the way, I also studied Tibetan Buddhism. There's a book which I wish I had written called The Buddha Made Me a Better Christian, and that's certainly true for me. By studying Buddhism, I became able to see Christianity and Catholicism from, say, the outside. Also along the way, I've written 20 different books. Primarily, they've been books about the catechumenate, catechisms and things like that, but also about spirituality. I learned almost more from the people I worked with who were not priests or clergy than I did with other clergy. I never really identified with that whole idea of Father up here and the people down here. For me, it was me and the people together.